Hello, welcome to my channel, people. Today I gonna show you how to extract text from an image and export that text to a different for file formats. In this case, we want to export the text using TXT as a notepad, using it and the other option as a Word, as a Microsoft Word, and the last one is the one that I was teaching in a couple of videos in my channel, which is exporting it to a PDF using the JS PDF library. Without any further info, we just gonna start seeing how I can actually make this this code. The first thing is we want to add the HTML, and the HTML is just it will be like have like a segments. The first one will be when I have the input to add the image, and for that I will use like an input with type file. But also in the case that we need to expand this code, this part of the code, we will use a radio button to uh, to allow in the future to add different way to select different ways in we can add the image to the to extract the text inside. In this case, I only will add just the image for uploading the image from your personal PC and the corresponding input type file to add that to the to the to the page. The in the future we can probably check the way to add another radio button and switch between the chance to or either add the image from the PC or another option when you can add another input, but this one will be a type URL or a type test to allow the users to extract the test from the image from the URL that you can send to the form. The other box will be the options that we use for downloading the test, the extracted text. For that, we will use a select option that will allow me to have different options to select, and we will have a button to actually extract the button, download the file already with the button. As you can see right now, I'm building the option with all the values. For now, we'll be using these three options that, like I said in the beginning, which is the TXT, doc, and PDF, and the button that we'll use for downloading the file. I will make the button initially disabled. That's because I want to make sure that it's not actionable uh, before adding the image. So with later on with the script, we want to add the options to enable that button so you can actually be able to access to the download file. Now we are want to do the styles, and the style will be like the simple style for having everything centered on the page, and I will use a couple of simple styles so you can have everything on screen, and it doesn't matter what type of screen you have, you will have everything centered on the page. Meanwhile, when I'm doing this, the code for the style, I would like you to actually, if you like, make a like to the video and subscribe to my channel. That actually helped me a lot to creating a couple of videos. If you want to comment something about this and you want me to create something specifically or different, any doubt that you have, you can actually send them to my comments and bring me a comment to whatever you want to make me to build. After that, just like this, like I said, like, subscribe, and follow in my channel. I hope you like this video, and we will continue right now that we already finished with the style. As you can see, we want to start adding now the JavaScript. The first thing that we want to use is adding all the scripts that we need, and that will be the tesseract, which is the library that we use for extracting the test, and the JSPDF, which is the one that I previously used for uh, downloading the PDF file. Now we want to start with the script. The first thing that we want to use, as always, is declaring the image, declaring the variables, and that will be the input file, the input type file that we want to use for uploading the image, uh, the the select the select options with all the options, and the button that we want to use for downloading the file, and also the output ID, which is the one that allows me to present test on the screen once we loaded the image. As you can see, I only put an input type file with no button, and that is because I don't wanna add another extra steps. So for the input, we wanna make sure that use the attribute on change, and that allow me to capture whatever is happening in that input by the time that you upload the image, and automatically make all the code that we need. We already have all the variables, and now we want to add the functions. The first function is the tesseract. That one is a function for converting the information of the image to test. I mean, capturing every test that is in the image and add it to a document as test. And for that, I will using this function that mostly you can use it in any place. That's why I made the function like this, with taking place like two variables, in this case image source and the output. The image source is the one that will be taking care of getting the information for the image, and the output is the output that we want to use, is the variable that we want to use for exporting that content inside the getting that content as a test. As you can see here, that I have the input as an inner test with the test, and after that we make like a catch and error with this function, and we already, after this, we mostly already have the function for tesseract. The other one is the one that will handle the image, the upload of the image, and like I said before, I will using an onChange function attribute here in JavaScript, and we will take care with that with a function. We want to create a file, the constant, that we want to use to get the information that you have in the image, and then we want to start making the content there. See that we have conditions for checking the file, and after that we create a new object, and then we load to that reader. We make an unload when we use the previous function for tesseract, and we make the attribute for the button to make it active. So we delete the disable attribute from the button, and then we made everything as a URL using the reader. Now we want to use another function, and that is the one that we use for copying the test. And for that, we will use one thing, which is adding a variable. Like you can see, the function will take care with two variables. One for the inner content. The inner content will be the one that we use for the function, and the fourth is the one that we will use to iterate between the switch options that we have. Like here, we want to start with the fourth. As you can see, we made the first case will be the txt. We want to doing it from top to bottom, and we get the blob, and we will create a new block with the content that we using that we declared before, and we will be downloaded that as a txt. That is for the copying of the test. Now the other one, it will be almost the same. We have the same code here, but the difference with the type is that we want to change it to application Microsoft Word, and the content will be the content dot. The other one is a PDF, and for that I will be using the JS PDF file library. And for so we want to use a function that I will be creating later on. Then the default, we want to use it as a TST. After that, we want to create like a variable to add a link, and that link we add a URL, which is the one that we use for the content of the blog. And then we want to start creating the link, adding the information for the link, and then generating the click so it can be downloaded and automatically download and then delete the same link. After that, we have almost the function for copying the test already finished, and we can continue with the other click, which is the other function, which is the action for clicking the button. And this one is simple. It was just creating a constant that we will be assigning the format of the select options, so you can actually select which option is that you want, and then you click it, and then we execute the copy as tst, which is the one that we use for selecting what type of file you need. And the last one is the pdf file with the content that we're using on the top for creating the pdf, and that will be exactly the same type of information that I use for downloading creating PDF. You can see in my channel another tutorial about this, so if you want to learn a couple of things about how to actually export on PDF, you can follow one of the videos that I have there. After that, we just select an image, we see that we can extract the image, and we will be exporting the image in different files. See here I have a TST. Now the doc for the last one will be mostly the PDF that I have from the final of the video. And this is all for I have right now. I hope you liked this video. Don't doubt and subscribe and give a like and support this channel. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you, and we see you in another video.